Here's the interesting thing is Congress had the ability to act and actually stop the president from doing this national emergency. 20 words, Judge. All they had to do is say no funds from 10 U.S.C. 284-2808 shall be used to build a barrier between Mexico and the United States. 20 words, if they had put in there, basically would have prohibited the president from doing this. But the president did a real shrewd thing. Before they signed the bill and sent it to him, before they voted on it, he said, I'm going to declare a national emergency. He put them on notice, and yet Congress didn't act. I think the Supreme Court will look at that and say, why did Congress not act? And you know why they didn't act? Because it's dysfunctional, and they refuse to admit that there's a crisis at the border.
And you know what's so amazing is as we go through these facts and you realize that they made an arrest and they brought in fentanyl, which could have taken down an American city or more. All you have to do is inhale the stuff. And the left doesn't seem to be concerned. They don't care. You know, they're supposed to be so into women's rights. They don't care about sex trafficking. They're not concerned about 20,000 kids being brought across the border, parents giving their kids, drugs so they don't get pregnant. So just to get them across the border. I mean, here in America, we put parents in jail if they leave their kid in a car. They're sending them with these coyotes. It's a totally different scenario that we've got because why?
Well, I mean, here's the thing is so many on the left have ignored what has been happening over and over and again. You mentioned the human trafficking and the drugs. It's coming to our hometowns and our communities. But even more importantly than that, this president looked in the face of angel moms and dads, and he says, I'm going to deal with it. It wasn't just a campaign promise. It was a personal promise to so many families that have lost loved ones because of the open border. So he took a bold step, and some are criticizing him. I am not. Listen, we've had our chance. We should have put it in before him, and we didn't. And yet we couldn't even come up with a compromise, a reasonable compromise of $2.5 to $3 billion to get started. So the president did the right thing here.
What about